Hello everyone, so we have seen a few more looks at Resident Evil 9 with the most recent trailer, and with that, we've gotten to see a little bit more of Grace Ashcroft and the sort of character that she's going to be. And a lot of people are kind of speculating and throwing out theories as to who could her father be. Because obviously we know that her mother is Alyssa Ashcroft from the Outbreak games, but who could her father be? Could it be the mystery man with the hood? Could it be maybe one of the other characters from the Outbreak games, just like her mother? Or could it be a character that we have yet to meet? Who knows? I mean, her father could be anyone. And so with that, I want to kind of throw out a theory that I have kind of been speculating on here. And it's that Grace doesn't have a father. But instead, what if Grace is actually a lab baby, a test tube baby, in an Umbrella lab, and maybe Alyssa was out doing some investigating journalism, stumbled upon this Umbrella lab, found baby Grace in there, decided to take her and escape the lab, and has been raising Grace as her own this entire time. And then when we get to the point where the demo shows the two of them in the hotel room, the Umbrella scientists that she had taken Grace from all those years ago have finally tracked them down and are now after them to get Grace back. And that's when the power goes out and Alyssa tells Grace that we need to get out of here, and Grace is trying to figure out what's going on, but Alyssa's just like, I'll explain it later. And then that's when everything basically unfolds. And so I kind of feel like that is a possibility, especially given the fact that we have heard from the earliest trailers that Grace is this supposed chosen one. And it kind of adds up that, what if she was like this test tube baby by Umbrella, and she was like this perfect blueprint to be the next bioweapon that maybe is even superior to what the Wesker children were. Maybe she was like going to be the perfected version of the Wesker children, but before these scientists could do the experiments that they had planned, Alyssa showed up, took the baby Grace, and escaped with her. And they've been trying to track her down ever since then, and finally did. And so maybe that's what ended up happening. And so that's sort of my theory on everything. Now I know that there's been other theories as to why Grace is the chosen one of which is that during the Outbreak games, Alyssa took what is known as the Daylight vaccine, and so maybe that transferred over to Grace, and that's why she's the chosen one. My only kind of pushback on that are two things. One, not everyone has played or read up on the Outbreak games, so they're not even going to know really what that is. Now, that's an easy fix. They could definitely put in like a file or something to explain all of that, and that would allow for new fans to kind of catch up. So that could be fixed. But then the other thing is that Alyssa is here. She exists, and she actually took the Daylight vaccine. So why would she not be the chosen one instead? What would make Grace so special if the actual individual who took that vaccine is still around? And many people are speculating that they eventually do get Alyssa, because a lot of people are kind of speculating that Alyssa becomes the creature that stalks you. So if they end up capturing her and then doing experiments on her that leads to her becoming this creature, why would they not just take the sample of blood from her and use that? Why would Grace be special? Why would she be the chosen one instead of Alyssa? So those are kind of like my pushbacks on that theory, but it's definitely possible. It's definitely something that could be a possibility. But let me know your thoughts on all this. Who do you think Grace's father could be? Or do you think maybe my theory is right and she's actually a lab-born child by Umbrella? And also, why do you think she's the chosen one? Do you think she's the chosen one because of the Daylight virus that her mother took? Do you think it's something else? Do you think it's because, like I'm suggesting, maybe she was a lab-born child and she was like this perfect blueprint for whatever experiments they had planned? Let me know your thoughts on all of this. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video here, and I shall see you all on the next one. See you then.